I think we obviously had a pretty good start. The beginning we're 11-1-1, and then we sort of faltered a little bit with a few call-ups and a few injuries. We took a little bit of a step backwards, and it happened to be the busiest week of the season when we took our step backwards. We played 4 games in 5 nights, and we struggled with the travel, and we struggled with that a little bit. But I think this week just passed. We made some strides back in the right direction. We sort of stripped practice down and went right back to the meat and potatoes and the easy things and the systems, and got guys learning about that and learning with the new players, trying to learn our system so everybody's on the same page. And now we've taken a few more steps in the right direction and got a few more guys healthy, and I'm excited to see how this week goes and this stretch here in December. Obviously we have 8 or 9 home games in a row. You don't see that in pro hockey ever in my lifetime, so it's exciting for us to be home in around December, but we got to try and stay focused now as well.
What does it do for you having such a long homestand?
I think the biggest thing for us is making sure that we stay focused first, because it's the time of year. There's Christmas parties, there's family members coming into town. You're getting ready. Some of these guys will be leaving town to go home for Christmas, and trying to get guys to stay focused. But you have to take advantage. We have the greatest fans in the ECHL. They're here to support us. That makes it a tough building for other teams to come in and play.
How do you do as a coach with the unique situation, kind of the fact that when you get injuries and you have players constantly being called up or let go? How do you deal with never having that kind of secure roster?
Well, it's just part of the ECHL. There's nothing you can really do. You try to keep as many guys around here as you possibly can, and then really you're just filling holes, and hopefully, for our sake, hopefully it's short term, but you want those guys to succeed when they move on to the next level. You want those guys to have success. So the reality is, I guess, you might not get some of these guys back, so you have to be prepared to fill those holes and try and make your team just as strong or better.
And how are you feeling now being in your second season now? What have you learned?
I'm a lot less nervous. I think the first couple months leading into last year, and obviously we had a terrible start right off the bat to start my coaching career, the first 10 games. So, my comfort level's a little bit stronger. I'm trying to learn myself to keep it at an even keel. The highs aren't as high and the lows aren't as low anymore. I'm sort of in the middle all the time, and that's what I'm trying to focus on.
And can you talk about kind of how the transition's going in the new league? Obviously, more teams, better teams. We're doing pretty well leading the division.
I think the biggest thing for us is excitement. I think Kalamazoo is excited to have better hockey. I'm excited to be part of it. I'm excited at the commitment level of the players. In the IHL, we sort of had a destination league where, it wasn't always the best commitment. These guys are fighting in the weight room because they all want to be in there, and there's not enough room for them half the time. We're on the road. They only have 1 or 2 bikes on the road, and these guys want to use that after games and after practices on the road. They're always fighting to try and get on there, and that's the part I like. Everybody's very, very hungry to be at the next level.
Can you talk about these road games? You seem to be, the conference is a lot more spread out. You're doing a lot of traveling for lengths of time.
Yeah, I think they set it up pretty well in the ECHL, where you try to go to one designated area for the weekend, so there's not a lot of travel from game to game, 4 or 5 hours at the most in between. So, you can sort of handle that. It's leaving the day before when you have 15 hours all the way down to Trenton, or we're down to Charlotte, North Carolina there. So, you just get used to it. We have a sleeper bus. We have 26 bunks on there, so guys just crash for the day and watch movies, and, it's a pretty good bonding experience at the same time.
Yeah. And how's the perception been in Kalamazoo? Can you talk about Kalamazoo as fans?
I think it's been great. They've always been supportive. We've always had that core group of season ticket holders and those people that are here all the time for us, and I think we're attracting a lot of new people. I think it's been very exciting for us. I think the people who deal with tickets and ticket sales have been doing a fantastic job for us this year, trying to make this a tough atmosphere for other teams to come and play against.
And I know you probably can't comment on the arena, but are you at least following everything that's going on?
The thing is, I don't know any more than anybody else does. I just know what I read in the paper just like everyone else, and I think there's pros and cons for both things. So, whatever happens, and we'll see where that takes us.